Today we're going to look at different burner types. That's what everybody wants when they're shopping for appliances for their cooktop, range top, and ranges. Today we're going to be making polenta. It's kind of a version of shrimp and grits. It's going to be a jumbo lump crab instead of the shrimp. We're going to be doing polenta instead of the grits. It's not as gritty, a little more smooth, a little more creamy. You're going to see that burner performance difference as the half and half or chicken stock comes up to a simmer on each of the different burners from Monogram, Wolf, and Thermador. You'll see that performance. And then once we've added the polenta, we've stirred that in, we've added our cheeses, and then we need to keep a very low heat level. You'll see the awesome low heat performance for all three of those brands using different techniques to get there. Three brands we're gonna be cooking on today, looking at different burner types. It's gonna be Monogram, which is GE's luxury line, Thermador, and Wolf. Three amazing brands that do a great job, but they have very different burners. When we're looking at different types of burners today, don't get locked in too much to the specific brand, but look at the type of burner and how that heat gets applied to the pot or the pan and what we're seeing in the pot or the pan. Coming to a boil. Okay, I'm starting to get a little more heat on the outside than the center, but as it starts equalizing, now I'm getting the center coming up to a boil as well. So I've got bubbles coming up in the center and the outside. I don't have only heat coming on the outside, and it's because I have the outer and inner ring heating. And that's really what's special about a double ring burner. We're moving to the Wolf burner. So as I'm looking at the Wolf, the heat is only coming up from the side of the pot or the pan. When I go to Thermador with the star shape, I'll get heat to the center. When I was on Monogram with the double ring, I'm getting heat to the center. So if there's a downside on the Wolf, it's that on the high heat, the flame is causing the pot or the pan, the liquid that's in it, to only heat up on the outer portion. And so as I'm looking at this right now, I'm only seeing boiling on the edge. Now it's boiling down to the center, so it works its way out because it's a liquid. But if I put a skillet, a saute pan, a cast iron skillet on here, I'm not gonna get as much heat to the center. And that's where heavier duty cookware will help. So a cast iron skillet is really thick, it's really heavy, it'll help spread the heat. So as the Thermador is coming up to heat, I actually see these pretty even zones of boiling. So I've got all these little spots where the liquid, the half and half in this case, is coming to a boil. It's not only around the edge, it is across that whole area, and it's because we have a star-shaped burner. So I pull this off real quick, you'll see that star shape is getting heat to the outside of the pan, but it's also getting heat to the center of the pan. So that's why I'm able to get much more evenness throughout. It's gonna take a pot of water to a boil faster. It's gonna heat my dairy product much faster for my polenta, and it's gonna spread heat across the bottom of a saute pan much more evenly.